A heart attack or having a stroke were the two major illnesses I was worried about during my anxiety days. And I'm pretty sure that they're probably also the most common fears a lot of us with health anxiety suffer from. The fear of having suffered from a stroke or an impending stroke wasn't just something that overcame me during a full-blown panic attack, but was in my mind pretty much 24/7. And of course, with this worry, I also had all these sensations going on that somehow resembled a stroke. Now looking back to what was going on with me, it all makes complete sense to why I was feeling the way I did. My first panic attack made me believe I've had a heart attack, or that something else had to be wrong with my heart. The symptoms I felt were one-to-one the symptoms of a heart attack. So this worry went on for many months, or even years. And eventually, after getting my heart thoroughly checked out a couple of dozen times, and with the help of multiple physicians, I kind of learned to trust that my heart was pretty much cleared and most likely fine. So that is awesome, right? But that is exactly the make or break point for most of us with anxiety. We finally manage to trust the diagnosis of one fear, and that may bring some temporary relief. But as the body and mind are still in a hyperstimulated state, we will very likely experience bodily sensations and overreact to them. You have to remember that our highly anxious selves often jump in and out of fight or flight mode multiple times a day. And in this state, our instincts take over and make us believe we are in danger. The mind is 100% convinced that there is a danger out there. And as there is nothing around you, the focus shifts inwards and most likely to the symptoms itself. So there I stand, having all these sensations going on. Numbness in my left hand, the face, a headache, burning sensations in my left arm, weird electric shock feelings running down my spine, and so many more. All these symptoms I've experienced before, but now I do not associate them with a heart attack anymore, but believe it's a stroke. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but that is exactly what was going on in my head. My heart was checked so many times and was okay, but still I have all these symptoms going on with me. So it has to be something else. In fight or flight mode, you don't think, you react. And what is the second most common cause for these or similar symptoms? A stroke. So boom, I suddenly was hastily running back and forth believing I was having a stroke. Mostly I was afraid that the full force of the stroke was going to hit me any second, and I needed someone there by my side to make sure everything was okay with me. But as always, the panic attack subsided at some point, but I was still left with this intense new worry of mine. I started researching all I could about strokes, joined forums around the subject, and in response dig myself deeper and deeper into the worry pit. All that knowledge about strokes that I initially read, in part to talk me out of the fear of a stroke, now completely backfired, and was suffering from so many symptoms I've just recently read about. I became so hyper-aware of everything going on, especially on my left side of my body. I could feel even the tiniest, really tiniest change. It could have been a slight breeze from someone opening the door. And if that breeze touched my leg, I would immediately jump to the conclusion that I was having a stroke. A sweater that rubbed on my arm hair in a weird way, and without thinking about it, I was in panic mode. And in general, my stress levels were so damn high, I was rushing to the mirror nearly every hour because I wanted to make sure that my face was still symmetrical. I would be touching my face, rolling my tongue, non-stop, always to make sure everything is the way it should be. I'm saying all this because I want to show you guys how extreme hypersensitivity and being caught up in this loop of fear and symptoms can get. Understand that being immensely stressed from our worries and that constant need of being in control of ourselves will inevitably lead to stress symptoms. And a lot of you ask me what you can do about this or that sensation, what you can take to make it all go away, which makes a lot of sense, I get it. But the real question you should be asking is, what can I implement into my life to get my general stress levels lowered, and in return live a happier, healthier and well-balanced life? Don't put all your focus on treating a specific symptom, but tackle the issue by its roots. It is the stress that is causing you so much distress. So in my opinion, it is crucial to sit down and figure out the perfect daily routine with the sole focus on managing stress. Check out this playlist to learn more about what I believe is the ideal way to recover from anxiety. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching everyone. And if you're new here and want to see more anxiety related content just like this one, consider subscribing.